Hello.
Hello,
Hi, how are you doing today?
I'm good and you?
I'm doing well, just sort of getting on through.
Great.
So what's your name and where are you from?
My name is Rafael from Brazil.
How do you say that again? How?
I'm
Rafael?
Rafael, I'm from Brazil.
Oh, okay, cool. Awesome. So my name is Jackie. I was born and raised in California, and I'm currently living here in the Philippines right now. Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to
Jackie.
meet you as well. Yes, thank you, thank you. So
Jackie.
before we begin, I want to ask really quickly, are you looking for more conversational English or basic English lessons?
Conversation.
Conversational
Con-
English? Perfect, perfect. So
yeah.
maybe for today, we can play the question game. So the question game is just where I ask you questions and you ask me questions, and then I'll correct you on your pronunciation, grammar, sentence structure. Does that sound good?
Yes. Sounds
Awesome.
good.
Cool, cool. Okay, so my first question for you is why are you working on learning English? Are you learning for work, school, traveling? Well, kind of traveling. Nobody's traveling right now. um,
Yeah, I'm learning because I have a will to know other countries,
mhm,
and that's why my reason to learn English. And I think in many jobs I can
mhm.
use my English as well because it's very useful language.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's super, super. Have you traveled places before, like other places?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Just
Well, I know as
yeah,
soon as this whole
my dream.
coronavirus thing is over, we're all gonna travel, I feel. Um,
Yes.
Okay, so your turn to ask me a question.
Yeah. What the most you like in Philippines?
Or okay, what do you like the most in the Philippines? What do you like the most in the Philippines? So I'm also gonna put the corrections on the side and then say it out loud. Yeah. Um,
Yeah. Thank you.
okay, so I think that the thing that I like the most about the Philippines, well, there are two things. So, one, I really love the nature. So, in the Philippines, there's over 7,000 islands. So, there's lots of nature out here and beaches. Although it's been a very long time since I've been to the beach because I live in the city right now and, well, coronavirus. But the other thing that I really love about the Philippines is the people. Like, what I noticed, so I grew up in California, right? And then, like, moving here last year, I noticed that, like, the people, they just really care about each other, you know? Even though we are technically a third world country or a developing country, um, there's so much opportunity for growth and because like the Filipinos what they really want to do is I don't know have better lives, right? I mean we all do, but like you can really see how fast they're trying to catch up with other countries and we help each other do that and there's lots of room for like sustainable um and like long lasting advocacies out here. And even in school, like we're forced to, not forced, we're required to like volunteer, I guess, and work with like poor people and aid people. And I don't know, I guess I like that. I like that everybody is so charitable with not only money, but also with their time. Yeah. Um, but yeah,
Great.
yes. So
Yes, it's very good to talk about other countries.
yeah.
Some days ago, I talked with a teacher. She
Mhm.
lives currently in Vietnam,
Vietnam.
and she spoke very good as well there. And it's good for me because I learn and I know about many good things about other countries.
Yeah,
And
no,
sometimes I don't know
definitely.
these informations here in Brazil.
Yeah, no,
Because
definitely.
media and social media
Yeah.
sometimes just share bad information about
Yeah. All
all over the
kinds of.
world. and it's just in this experience, like I'm trying, I'm having right now, I can know about good things.
That's actually a
That's
really good
interesting.
question, to be honest, because I agree. I think that, like, one of the reasons I'm really grateful for Cambly, because I have students from all over the world, and you're right. If it wasn't for my students, I wouldn't know about the good that's happening in the world. I wouldn't know about, I don't know, like it's just so interesting how we're all sort of interconnected with each other from so far away. We have all these different
Yeah.
cultures, but we're able to connect through this like one not, well, I mean, any language, right? But English in particular is very universal
Yes.
for a lot of us. And yeah, I love, like, I have a lot of students from Brazil as well. Actually,
Yeah.
I was supposed to have a student from Brazil today, and she's like one of my, I don't know, she's one of my favorites because I feel like Cambly, even though, I'm helping you learn English, I have a lot of return students. So it's like I make a lot of friends, it feels like. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very good.
Okay, so my next question for you is, what are three things that you're grateful for? Three things that you feel
Three things.
gratitude for. Yeah, like for example, I feel grateful for my family because they support me.
Yeah.
I feel grateful for my jobs because I'm able to help people. I'm also able to connect with them. And then
Yes.
I'm also grateful, I guess, for my home. Like I think that I'm very lucky to have a home during this time of, well, what's been going on, and I want to make sure that I share my gratitude on that because a lot of people don't have that. But yeah, your turn.
Yeah. I'm very grateful. God first. First
Yeah,
of all, God, because that's the strength, and someone said universe.
yeah,
Others speak many names, but
yeah, yeah.
it's the
Many
it's
names but
very.
different, but the same thing, right? Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I feel like,
And God, because it's a strength. It's something that I don't see, but control my life, help me
yeah,
when I don't have emotional strain. Maybe when I don't see a way, I can believe that God can create a new way, a new day, a new opportunity in my life. And that's the first gratitude.
yeah, no,
And second, my family. Uh, Actually, my family is just me and my wife
mhm.
and two cats.
Me too, Pat.
Yeah, I think when you have a very peaceful place, when you arrived
Yeah,
from the job and you can rest, you can talk, you can enjoy your, because sometimes we work a lot and
yeah,
we need to have a good place to rest.
yeah, no,
If you don't have that, it's complicated.
yeah, yeah,
And God, my family, my wife and my family,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mo- my mom, my brother, my
Your
father, and
cats.
so on. Cats, it's very fun.
Yeah.
It's very funny. I can enjoy my free time with them. It's very, very good.
And then one more thing that you're grateful for.
One thing, my job, because if we analyze, we're living difficult times, and
Yeah.
sometimes it's a lot of jobless. And if you have a job, thanks for it.
Yeah, I know,
thank,
no.
thank for it.
What kind of job? What do you do for a living? What's your job, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah, actually, I'm working with a professional cosmetics company in Brazil, and but soon I'm starting in a new job
Hmm.
in a big hotel in my city.
Nice. Do you
Uh,
like your job?
I chose Yes, I chose to work in a hotel because I can practice my English. It's a good opportunity.
Is
Yeah,
there a lot of tourists
I like
still
English.
coming there in Brazil? Yeah,
Tourists.
like are there a lot of people coming to Brazil? No.
Right now, I think it's not
Yeah,
uh, because this
yeah,
current
yeah.
situation is complicated. But over here, I live in next São Paulo capital,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a touristic city.
Mm-hmm.
It's a touristic town. Actually, it's not so big, my city.
Yeah,
But over here, we people jump off parachute.
yeah.
Yeah, and weekend it's very a lot of people here
Have you ever
and
done that?
resting and enjoy. And oh,
Have you ever jumped off
hi.
like with a parachute? Have you ever skydove?
No, I haven't.
No, I really
just
want to.
just look.
You just look, you just see them. Yeah, no, I really, really
It's very
want to say.
radical.
Yeah, no, I absolutely love what you had to say about like, well, yeah, God and your family. First off, with God, like, I'm a very, I, spirituality is definitely something I'm grateful for as well because you're right. So I grew up Catholic and then I started practicing Buddhism and now I practice like kind of a hodgepodge or like a mix, right? Of like I'm pantheistic, so I love what you said about well some people call it the universe, some people call it God cuz like I think that like the
Yeah,
name of source or God or whatever is very limiting of what it actually is, right? Like I think
yeah,
that there are just so many energies in the universe that like helps guide
yeah,
us and it all comes from that source and I don't know, it's brought me through so much, you know, and I loved what you said as well about like without it you wouldn't have the opportunities that you have now right in front of you. And I completely agree. And I also love that you have two cats. I miss my cats at home. I have two dogs here, but like in America, I had a cat, and she was my best friend. I don't know. Cats are just so intelligent, right? Like everybody says that like
yes,
cats aren't, but or there are not everybody, but there are a lot of people who say that like cats aren't that smart, but it's just like they're smarter than dogs because they're just super independent, you know, like they just make their
yes,
own choices, they do what they want and like they don't like dote on other people, you know, or other
yeah,
things and they don't really I mean they don't really rely on each other. They're more like independent. I love that.
yes. Do you do you live alone
No, so
in
I'm
Philippines?
actually living with my family right now. Well, I'm living with my cousins. My parents they live in California, but right now I'm living at my cousin's house here in the Philippines. So I'm very grateful as well to have them during this whole pandemic because I feel like I would have been very, very lonely. um, because I know
Yeah,
that a lot of people too, right? They didn't really have the chance to be with other people this entire pandemic, and I imagine that I don't know. There's a lot of mental illnesses going around because of that. Like it's hard to be alone. We're social creatures. We're meant to be social. That's part of the reason why I joined Cambly because like I think that I would have felt very lonely without it. Like you guys really give me an opportunity to
yeah,
see into the world from right
yeah.
here. Yeah.
Yeah, because this situation about
Mm-hmm.
coronavirus, it's complicated because I have a case in my family. My mother-in-law,
Mm-hmm.
she is a little old. I think
Oh dang.
74 years old, and my wife and her brother is keeping
Mm-hmm.
her at home and stay home
Yeah.
because she's a little old, but she's getting crazy just at home. And some days ago, she called for us, and I won't go out. I don't. I'm tired to stay at home. I want to see people. I want to meet people.
How long has it been?
And
Like,
she's
how long has it been since she had coronavirus?
some month. I think 3 months. She's not completely at home. Sometimes she get out and go out.
Yeah,
It's correct. She goes out.
but
Yeah,
if you
but
had
but she's very
if you had coronavirus
yes.
already, can you get it again? If she
Sorry.
has had coronavirus already, can she get it again?
No, she is at home uh,
Oh,
preventing
preventing from getting
to
it. Oh, okay, okay.
yeah,
Oh, I thought you said that she
because
already
she's
had it.
she's
I was just
old.
like, oh no.
No, she's older, and her my
Yeah,
wife and her brother is carefully taking care of
yeah,
her. And but she's very healthy. She's older, but it's very healthy, and she's very do many things
yeah.
active. Yeah, and she's not liking to stay at home day by day, over and over,
No,
over. Every day
the
the
same
same
thing. It's like,
things, and sometimes watching the
yeah,
news and coronavirus
coronavirus,
today
coronavirus,
24 hours, and it's complicated for
Yeah,
mental health.
definitely. Yeah, no, that's why I've kind of like stepped away from watching the news this last month. I've kind of stepped away from it because you kind of see, I don't know, if you're constantly being fed all of these negative things, right? There's just so much more knowledge out there
Yeah,
that, like, yes, you have to know what's going on in the world, but at the same time, if it's like the forefront of what's in front of you every single day, it's so easy for you to get like sucked up into it, you know? And like for the longest time, I kind of got exhausted talking about coronavirus like for hours on end every day, especially at the beginning, right? At the beginning, everybody's talking about
yeah,
coronavirus. Everybody's like watching the news and seeing, okay, when is this going to be over? But like, we know when it's going to be over once we have a vaccine and like when it
yeah,
actually gets released. But I think right now we just got to sit tight, you know, do the things that we need to do and like continue to do the things that make us happy, but while, you know, being careful and like thinking about what, you know, the safety of other people. Yeah. But yeah,
yes,
I don't know. Like, I think that there's just so much in the world to learn and do. And I think getting bored inside, I don't know. We're so lucky to have the internet too. Like imagine like all of this happening without the internet. I think I'd go, yeah, I think that would make me kind of feel a little crazy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you work just with English
No,
there,
I
or
actually
you
work
have
for
other?
I do digital marketing, so I manage the like digital like social media and stuff like that of sustainable startups. So like currently I'm working for
Great.
um a few startups. But right now like yeah, right now I'm focused right here on you. But we only have 40 seconds left, unfortunately. I would love to continue talking to you
Yeah,
again. Um,
this
yeah,
conversation was very good. The
I know. I
time
just flew
passed so
back. Yeah,
fast.
yeah. No, it was really, really good. I super appreciate this. In our next lesson, if you decide to
Yeah,
continue, I usually do like a little bit of a test. That way, I can see what level of English you're at, and I can see how else I can help you improve. Because I'd really love to help you improve more. But you're
yeah.
actually pretty good with like
Congrats.
listening and like vocabulary and having a conversation. So good job. I really appreciate it. Anyway, Have a
Thank
nice
you.
day, and thank you so much. We'll talk soon. Bye.
Have a nice day. Be safe.